even though they don't speak Slovenian, which only a few people do, actually just 2 million of Slovenians are out there. So there was a request to get this information, to understand it, even though if you don't speak Slovenian. So this is why this video is in English, and I hope it's gonna serve you well. This video will focus on 3 basic techniques that you can use in your dancing. I will focus on salsa, and you will focus on salsa with me if you're doing this video. But the techniques are also useful in other dances, such as, I don't know, bachata, and then, you know, even wider, because they are very, very, very basic. So there are a lot of techniques out there, hundreds of them probably. We are only focusing on 3 now. This doesn't mean there's nothing more, and if you will like this video and if you will find it helpful, I can do, of course, another video with more techniques. But I don't want to give you everything because it will overwhelm you and it's just too much. Now, the second thing about the technique is the fact that it's not that like you know it, you have it, okay? You have to practice it and you have to apply it every single time that you dance. So it's really important that what you get today, you actually practice and you apply in any dance class that you do, okay? So if you're doing a footwork class, if you're doing a partner work class, it doesn't matter. You have to apply these techniques and then they will make you a better dancer, okay? So the technique have this great, I'll say, potential to make you a better dancer, but you have to work with them. So for those of you who maybe still don't know me, my name is Martina and I live in Ljubljana, which is the capital of Slovenia in Europe. And I am a salsa dancer, dance teacher, performer. I have my own ladies salsa dance company, which is called Saoco Dance Company. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. There will be more contents coming out in the future weeks. Or you can just find me on Facebook, Instagram, me or Saoco Dance Company. We are all over the place. So you will find all the links below the video in the description box. So let's stay connected and let's dance together. One more little thing just to note, you know, I love my heels, I love dancing in heels, I love how they elongate the legs, I love how they look, I love how they make me feel, but this class is gonna be in flats. I'm gonna do it in flats. You can do it in either jazz shoes, you can do it in your socks, you can even do it barefoot, but it's better to practice these things first without your heels, okay? So you can apply the techniques in your heels later, once you have them, but when you are only learning them, it's better to do no heels. So guys, I promised you 3 techniques that will make you a better dancer, or help you become a better dancer, because you have to apply them, okay? Don't forget about that part. So the first one will be engaging our abs. This will be a short one, but very important thing that I think a lot of dancers don't get, or they just don't apply, okay? So a lot of times when we are dancing, when I'm teaching, people ask me, should my abs be contracted or should they be relaxed? And the answer is, they should be somewhere in between, okay? So I'm just gonna pull up my shirt a little bit. I swear it's just because of the teaching reason, nothing else, okay? So if you look at this, if I don't put any tension in my abs, nothing, 0, this is what happens, okay? So the stomach is out, my back is contracted, okay? My hips are back, there's like 0 tension, okay? If I contract my abs really hard, I get this, okay? So my abs are super contracted, my pelvis is pushed forward, and my butt has to work too, okay? So what happens is, there is 0 chance to move my hips, like 0 chance, okay? using the floor and the feet. Okay, so it's called like either using the floor, pushing from the floor, pushing into the floor. Yeah, there's different names for it, but it's the same principle. Okay, and that is to have a good connection between your foot and the floor. Yeah. So for now, you take your right foot, you bring it up. Now what we do, you touch the floor with your toes first, and then slowly push down. Really try to do it slow, step by step, little by little, and feel every muscle in your foot while you're doing this. So, up, you go slow, and you really push. You go slow, and really push. Okay, so the idea is not just to put down, okay, but really push into the floor, and you push into the floor, and you push. Okay, this is the same thing with our left foot. So you take it up, you push down, first your toes, then the balls of your foot, and then slowly release. And again, toes, ball, and the rest of your foot. And toes, and the ball, and the rest of your foot slowly. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's do it with both feet. So right, left, right, left. So we start with our right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Our right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me turn around. Let's do it again. Let's start with our right. 5, 6, 7. We go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And right. 2, 3, 4. And left. 2, 3, 4. When your right foot goes down, your left foot comes up. And when your left foot comes down, your right foot comes up. Okay? So we are switching. We go 1 and 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 1 and. Okay? You still want to do it slow to really use the whole foot. So if we do it again, we start with the right, we go 1 and 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 1 and. When you are pushing into the floor, make sure you don't lock your knee in the end. Okay? That's one thing that's very important. So when you come down, yeah, make sure your knee is still relaxed. And then the second thing is, don't put your weight back. Again, we were talking about it before, right? So when you push down, make sure your weight is still in the front. Push down, make sure your weight is in the front. Still front, still front, still front, still front. So we want to push and really push into the ground, push into the ground, push into the ground. Make sure our weight is front, boom, and boom, and boom. Okay? At the same time, of course, our abs are engaged, don't forget that, right? If you're doing this, it's not the same, okay? So, let's try our basic with pushing into the ground. So, we start with our left front, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Now, usually one very important question arises, and and that is, can my heels be on the floor? And the answer is yes, but there shouldn't be any weight on them, okay? So, when you are stepping, yes, your heels can touch the floor, no? I don't like dancing up on your toes or your balls of your feet all the time, right? I prefer it being more grounded, okay? So, you can put your heel on the floor, but don't step with your weight back, okay? See the difference? This is my weight back, and this is my weight front, but my heel touching the floor, okay? So the only step when your heel is not touching the floor is when we rock back. So when we are switching our weight in the back, okay? This is when we don't put our heel on the floor because it would make us too slow, okay? So let's try from the side. I'll show you what I mean with not putting the heel back. 5, 6, 7, you go. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Yeah? Okay, so engage your muscles, use the floor, practice that. Now the third technique that we are doing is connected to our hips and how to use them when we are dancing our basic. Yeah? So I know some guys will be like, oh, that's lady stuff, but it's not, trust me, okay? Yes, the ladies do use hips much more when we dance salsa, bachata, or anything else than guys, of course. But that doesn't mean that your hips don't move, okay? So just try it out, do it with us, and then you can make it like really small and really subtle, okay? So just try it out. You will see it's really connected to the basic movement, so nothing too fancy, okay? So we will start by doing a really funny exercise, which is we will step on our leg and really bend our body. And we will go to the other side. And we will go to one side, and we will go to the other side. And we will go to one side, the other side, one side, the other side. Okay? So from the front, it looks like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Really go with your shoulder, with your body, and really step, 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 and step, and step, and step, and step. So what happens naturally is your hip goes to the other side, goes to the other side, right? But you really have to step, push into the floor, do it, and go, and go. It looks ridiculous, I know, but bear with me. We're gonna get somewhere, I promise. And 1, and 2, see how your hips are moving from one side to the other, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now this is the same kind of movement that we use when we're dancing, right? So, when we're here, we go. 1, now let's just do it a tiny bit smaller, okay? You step, and your shoulders, your upper body, goes to the same side that you're stepping onto. Your hips go to the other side. And you straighten the leg, and your body is in the middle. Now, when you're going the other side, you go to the other side with your body, and your hip goes to the side, right? So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And be careful. Don't do your hips back. Right? do it in salsa time. So we will have 2, 2, and 4 counts, right? We go 2 counts, 2 counts, and 4 counts. And 2 counts, and 2 counts, and 4 counts. Right? We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try with basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try side basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basic step. 1 and 3 and 5, 6, 7. 1 and 3 and 5, 6, 7. Okay? So if you want to see it from the front, I don't think it will make a difference. But still, 5, 6, 7, you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 3 and 5, 6, 7 and 1 and 3 and 5, 6, 7 and 1 and 3 and 5. Side basic. 1 and 3 and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 3 and 5, 6, 7, 1 and 3, 5, 6, 7, 1 and 3 and 5, 6. Basic. 1 and 3 and 5, 6 again. 5 and 3 and 5, 6, 7. Okay? So this is your third technique. Okay? You can do those hips as small or as big as you want, but it's a good exercise to understand how they're moving in your complete basic step. Okay? So this is your body connected to your hips without any additional like styling or doing something weird. Right? So these are our 3 techniques. Just try to use them all. Now maybe one more thing. You can see how they connect to each other, right? So if you don't have your abs engaged, you will have difficulty taking your hips on the side or just doing it correctly. And then another thing is when we are in the slow steps, so 1, 2 are fast and 3, 4 is 2 counts, right? So we can use this to really continue our movement. So what we see in beginners a lot of times, it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now you have the means to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And you're using these 2 counts with your foot, putting it down slow, and with your hips, taking it to the other side slower. Okay? So use that and you will see it will make a difference in fluidity of your dance. Okay guys, so now it's time to try out our 3 techniques with the music. Okay? So for this purpose we will just use 3 basic steps. One is basic or mambo, the second one is side basic or rumba, and the third one is regular right turn. Okay? So first we will focus on engaging our abs. Then second, we will focus on pushing our feet into the ground. Okay? So that will be the focus. And then after a while, when we do it, we will add our hips. Now, when we will be doing our hips, I will first exaggerate a lot. Okay? But this is just for you to check. I don't want you to dance like this, please don't. But this is for you to check if if you are on the correct side, okay? So I will be doing it huge, and then I will decrease it a little bit, okay? So that you can check yourself and see if you're doing it correctly. So this song that we're gonna use, I love it. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. So enjoy it, dance, but still, you know, try to practice what you learned. Okay? So let's do it together.
No hay nadie que me cuide y me quiera. No encuentro una belleza más sincera. Por eso te doy todo lo que soy. Como tú, como un hechizo de amor en mis venas, como reflejo, como primavera. No hay nada que me llene más que tú. No podrás confiar al fin en alguien que te quiera, que de su amor y de por ti la vida entera. Alguien que te enamore y que sepa cuidar siempre cada momento. Hoy aquí vengo a decirte que ando loco por ti. Nena, provócame, anda, acaríciame. Si tú me quieres tengo toda una vida para darte mi amor. En esta vida ya no busco nada más, porque te he encontrado a ti. Vivir contigo por toda la eternidad, hasta que nos llegue el fin. Podrás confiar al fin en alguien que te quiera, que de su amor y de por ti la vida entera. Alguien que te enamore y que sepa cuidar siempre cada momento. Decirte que ando loco por ti. Nena, provócame, anda, acaríciame. Si tú me quieres tengo toda una vida para darte mi amor, para darte mi amor. Más que a mi vida yo te necesito. Quiero que sepas lo que estoy sintiendo y que muero de amor. Y no habrá nadie, mujer, que te regale su amor infinito. Más que a mi